Well, hello, it's Oopsie Annie. It's February 17th, I think. I'm too cold to think properly. I think it's either the 17th, maybe it's the 18th. It might be the 18th. Might be the 19th. All I know is it's cold. I took a picture of this sundog. Take a look at it. And then take a look at what the temperature read when I took that picture. And now you'll understand why I didn't place myself outside with the sundog behind me, but got back in the car really quick. Oh gosh, it's cold. I'm on my way to another art making space, an indoor one. Of course it would be indoors on a day like this, okay? And it's in Gonvick in a school, a former school, the same school that my mama went to school in all her grades from well, they didn't have kindergarten in my mom's time, first grade through senior year. And we're going to see what's happening in the art making space there. It's amazing. I can't wait to show you. Right now, we're going to drive through the busy town of Gonvick to get there. All right, here we go. I just made a turn in. That trap is actually a nice little restaurant and bar. Main road is back there, but here we are. Pretty much this is the main street. That used to be a movie theater, but there's not a lot left here. Candy's Kitchen is a nice local restaurant. Good homemade tasting food. Well, it is homemade, not just tastes homemade, it is homemade. We have some small business. If you've ever seen Mrs. Olson's Scandinavian Lefse, this is the headquarters for the Mrs. Olson's Lefse, right here in Gonvick. Yeah. The paper I write articles for once a week. It's called the Weekly Inky Wink with Oopsie Annie. And it's that building right there. The bank, my mom worked there once, back in the early 1970s. And we're gonna go over to the old school. Yeah, it's only been snowing a little here. Yeah. Actually, it hasn't been a heavy snow year, believe it or not. But it's been cold. Oh, look. Do you see the sundog over the school? Let's see. This is the school right here. And there is the sundog. Oh man, I know, I'm gonna tell you something. It is cold, but my gosh, when it gets this cold, it's so freaking beautiful. The way the sun shines on the snow and all the crystals in the air. Okay, I'm gonna try and park. You know, it's not easy. I'm glad it's, such a busy town with low traffic right now. But you can see there's cars here, people are here. There's a wonderful sculptural piece here. We're very green, and believe it or not, it does get hot here. It gets sweaty, sticky hot here in August. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. Well, not kind of. It is cool. Come on. It is cool. Let's go inside. I just came in. I think this used to be the elementary wing. But as you can see right away, you know that you're entering into a creative art making space. Look at that. Look at the mosaics. Okay. I'm entering through the cafe, and it just goes on and on. They host many dinners here and other events. So there's lots of great seating and all these different tables. It's very homey and comfortable. Big kitchen. Of course, it's the old school's kitchen, cafeteria. And here I go. I'm going to enter the Create It Studio. One of many activities provided through the Clear Waters Life Center. Many years ago, a group of people who were very Christian faith-based and wanting to bring good things into the community here, purchased 2 former schools, one in Clearbrook where I live and one in Gonvick, about 4.5 miles down the road. They took these old schools and turned them into centers of activity, offering many different things. Create It Studio is for people interested in creating art. These are the upcoming classes. People can also become art club members. For $300 for a year, you have access to all the supplies in 2 rooms here at the Create It Studio in Gonvick. And I mean, look at all the supplies. $300 and you can come in here and work. I was thrilled. I think that's a good deal. You're not paying anything extra unless you want to take an art class. But you have access to mosaic materials and make your own mosaics. You have access to beads and doodads and, well, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff back in there I could dig through and find. That's one of the aprons I've used here when I've been here working. And then there's more. There's basket making supplies. And there is, look at ahead, oh my goodness, look around here. Pottery, glazes, pottery wheels. There are 2 kilns. And the skill level of the mentors who come and help, there's 5 mentors here that will come and help teach you. $300. You can come here and work anytime, Monday through Friday. Have access to the studio. Yeah, you're not going to find that in them big old cities, folks. Not at all. So this is a wonderful created space for people, well, like me, Oopsie Annie, who has limited space in her home. And here are 2 mentors now. That's Tracy going by. And where are they? Look, that's Leanne, and they're talking about glazes. Leanne and Tracy both do a lot of pottery. And so they're in this deep discussion. They're constantly learning too, and they are willing to share everything they know to you. They are. They're great mentors.
What's Leanne?
Leanne and?
I'm Tracy.
And they're 2 amazingly creative people. Not only do they work with clay, but let's see, Tracy does wool felting and basketry, and Leanne does everything. And plus, they're really good cooks and bakers. Yeah. And garden. I've enjoyed a lot of garden goods from Leanne, like watermelons and cantaloupe. The Art Club is a new concept here at Create It Studio. This is the first year, 2025, that they're trying it out. These are the other mentors. We just met Tracy, and then there's Julie, then there's Becky. Becky is one of the creators of the center and the studio, and Janie and Leanne. If you're interested in learning more about the Create It Studio, go to the Clearwaters Life Center website and learn more. A local mother has just arrived into the art room to make something with her son. Let's go check it out. So these are going to be?
So these are going to be headstones for our play we have coming up March 7th. So we're prepping the color, and then the children are going to help shape them and draw epitaphs and names on top of the headstones.
Okay. What's the name of the play?
Mystery at Coyote Creek.
Ooh. And Grant, are you in it?
I am in it, yep.
Who are you?
The sheriff.
Oh, yeah, I could see you being a sheriff. I can. Very good. Well, I will have to put that in my calendar so I can see that. Grant's mother is the director of the play, and the play is sponsored by Clearwater Life Center, one of their wonderful offerings in our community. They're so diverse. Really, they are. Now let's go around the room and be nosy. These are newly installed shelves where people can put their work in between visits. And here is some poured paint projects, drawing. And oh, look, it's a little form. And what is this? How weird is that? I move on to another table where there is a woman attaching beads and glass buttons and stuff like that with 100% silicone. She's learning this skill from a mentor so that she can take it to the local youth and they can make their own decorative pots. Mentor Jamie arrives a little later and starts cleaning out the beading area. All those beads, can you imagine? Here's a donation of art supplies somebody just, brought in. How sweet is that? I decide to wander over to where the kilns are. I find 2 very well-maintained kilns. They're just really nice, and Leanne is excellent at firing pottery. I'm sure some of the other mentors are as well. Here's some pottery drawing. Now let's go back and revisit that really weird crocheted plastic thing you saw earlier. The artist behind that, if you want to call her an artist, is me, Oopsie Annie. I'm using weird materials again to make something. This time it's candy wrapping that came in a roll from Red Owl back in the old days when you could get 11 ounces of candy, like hard candies, for 29 cents. Well, it was in this roll and it's in perfect condition and it's really strong. So I decided to crochet some sculptural something. I'm not sure where I'm going. I have some ideas. We'll revisit how this turns out later on, okay? But if you watched the very first episode of Art Making Spaces that I started maybe, I guess it was a month and a half ago, maybe, you will see me in my home working with buttons, and I will show you how those 2 art pieces turned out. Here you go. This is called Snow Joke. Remember when it snowed buttons? Snowed, but buttons. Snow kidding. Get it? It's a pun. There's a pearly glaze over the white buttons. You can't see it in the photo, but this was lots of fun. This is just art play is what I call it. My other project wasn't quite as fun. It took me a while to make sense of why I put all the black buttons in this weird shape. But then as I thought about it and just sat with it, I came up with an idea, and the idea became the name of the piece. Don't put all your buttons in one pile, which is what I did. I put all my buttons in this weird pile and I didn't know what to do with it. It can also be sage money advice. Don't spend all your money in one place or invest it all in one area. So I made the buttons look more like coins, a little sorta kinda. Yeah, I'm okay with it now. It's not pretty art, it's curious art, and that sits okay with me. I've already filmed my next video by an artist who used paper in very amazing way. Until then, love all life around you, be inspired, be grateful, birth the joy, and be waiting for that next video. It's a doozy. I am Oopsie Annie and I am signing off, and I'm still curious as ever. Ta-ta now, bye-bye, mwah!